Hey, hey guys. Know you haven't heard from me in a long time, but back with a new video. Hopefully you guys can hear me a little better. I am on a Kindle doing this, so not the old computer. So if you're wondering why I'm got things set up the way they are, that's why. The beard is because I haven't been able to shave in the last 2 weeks. So it's a long situation. I can't go into all of it. It just, trust me, it's not been a lot of fun. Uh, but I back because you know, I'm really curious about where people stand on things, and I've been having a lot of mental illness issues. I think a lot of people know that. I have PTSD really bad and haven't been able to get help for it. And there are days where I feel very suicidal, and it's not a lot of fun. And then there are other days where I think, yeah, I'm coming through it and I'm doing better, and I don't know how else to feel, but it's just, like, because I'll have like this good day and everything's going good, and then I'll have this day where I just feel like, oh my goodness, you know, like this morning I just felt like it'd be better off if I'd never been born. And I know it's not a rational thought. I know it isn't. Because I know it's not how people really feel about me, but it's like there are days I feel that way about me, and it's just like I hate being at this low point. I hate it. And I just, I'm kind of at a loss, when you don't have the money to afford the help. American society kind of says, hey, look, screw you, because we base everything on capitalism, which is why I constantly rail against it, because to me, it seems like the biggest immorality of all to sit there and say, hey, we're going to predicate your mental or physical well-being based on whether or not this other person can make a profit off of you. Just, to me, it seems really messed up. That somebody should have a right to make a profit off of your physical and mental well-being. And I'm not saying that the doctors, the nurses, the psychiatrists, or psychologists shouldn't make a good living. They should. I'm talking about insurance people and lobbyists and all that bull that none of us like dealing with. But how do you convince the bulk of America, which has been afraid of their government and afraid of what their government could do for the last 4 decades, if not longer, that we could turn that around? Can we turn that around? Or is this government just bound and determined that it's going to say, yeah, we're going to screw you over at every interval? You're never going to get a good society because we're determined to turn this into a third world country. Which is what scares me, because why else have the globalization of all of these mega corporations if not to sit here and say, oh, we can make these societies just a little bit better over here, but in the process we can make this society, the one that made us rich in the first place, pay for it by becoming like them. Because now they don't have those good jobs anymore. And yes, I get it. Societies change, they have to evolve, blah, blah, blah. You know, I do get that. You know, and we are a technological driven society. We are a consumer based society, more so than we were a manufacturing based society 30, 40 years ago. So I do get those things. You know, it's not like I don't understand, you know, society's going to change. But if you don't provide the education, the health care, and the resource and the job training for people to adapt and to change and evolve with those jobs, then you're going to leave millions of people behind. Like me. You know, I've never had the same value system other people do. And I realized that. I think that was kind of an epiphany about this whole mental breakdown earlier today was uh, I just don't see things the same way. Like, the worst thing to me in the world is expectations. I'm not kidding you. Like, I hate expectations. Like, I don't want people putting expectations, oh, I can be this or I can be that or you're capable of so much more. I really hate that shit. It really drives me nuts. You know, and the reason it does is because I know I can never live up to it. And it sets off this innate part of me that feels like I have to be perfect. So, of course, because I know I'm not perfect, none of us are, but because I know I'm not, I end up feeling like I have to go so over the top that I stress out to the point where it breaks me down. Because I know I can't do it. I know I can't do everything that physically some people might think I'm capable of, or mentally that some people think I might be capable of, or whatever, and it breaks me down to the point where I just can't function. You know, and I would love to get help. I would love to get help. I just have no idea where to turn to. Except for YouTube, because honestly, I don't know if there is any other way that I'm going to find somebody out there who can give me real good advice on how to get the help I need so that I can get mentally better at some point. I just, you know, I know I'm not dumb. I know that I have passions and desires and goals and all these things. But it is very hard to make those things a reality when inside you've never been able to succeed really at anything, and it's the idea of success scares you. You know, understand that's different than fear of failing. Failing is an old friend to me. You know, like I feel like I fail every day. You know, whereas success scares the piss out of me. I don't know what to do with success. And it's not like I want to be a loser. It's not like I don't want to have nice things or do things with my wife that I could financially do, and you know, all those things, you know, take care of bills, that kind of thing. Yeah, of course I would want that. You know, I feel like shit when I can't function to do it, but I don't know, I wish I could figure it out. I could finally make sense of it all. If you're wondering what you're hearing in the background, that's my pet bunny is scratching around. Yeah, I'll show her you're probably in another video sometime soon. I'm gonna try to post again maybe make things happen. You know, but anyway, I don't know what the point of this video is. Is it just other than just reaching out and seeing if anybody has some real good advice? Anyhow, beyond that, I hope all of you out there are doing better than me. Until next video. See ya.